कोलकाता में जो लोग केटीएम ड्यूक 390 एडवेंचर लॉन्च के लिए बेताबू हो रहे थे, तो फाइनली उनका वेट हुआ ख़त्म, क्योंकि आज ऑफिशियली कोलकाता में केटीएम ड्यूक 390 का लॉन्च होने वाला है और हम जाएंगे केटीएम वीआईपी शोरूम में उसको देखने पहली बार। हर जगह ऑलरेडी केटीएम 390 ड्यूक एडवेंचर ऑलरेडी लॉन्च हो चुका है, लेकिन अभी तक कोलकाता में तो बहुत लेट में सभी गाड़ी जो भी गाड़ी आता है सब लेट में लॉन्च होता है। ऐसे क्यों मुझे पता नहीं। तो फाइनली आज कोलकाता में ड्यूक केटीएम 390 का एडवेंचर जो मॉडल है वो आया हुआ है केटीएम वीआईपी में। अभी हम जाएंगे सीधा शोरूम में और आपसे मिलते हैं शोरूम में डायरेक्टली। तो लेट्स गो। हाँ, और एक बात, अगर इस वीडियो का अच्छा लगा देख के तो ज़रूर एक लाइक कर देना और सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना साथों साथ चैनल पर, क्योंकि ये तो फ्री ही है, कर देना है। क्या है, ओह मैं तो इंट्रो देना भूल गया। सो हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। आई एम योर फ्रेंड आकाश एंड यू आर वाचिंग ट्रिप्स विद आकाश। तो मेरे साथ जुड़े रहिए। इस केटीएम एडवेंचर ड्यूक 390 मॉडल का रिव्यू मैं करने वाला हूँ। प्रोज एंड कॉन्स, एडवांटेज और डिसएडवांटेजेस भी मैं बोलने वाला हूँ। तो जुड़े रहिए, वीडियो को पूरा देखना, लास्ट तक देखना वीडियो को। जैसे कि मैं आ चुका हूँ केटीएम शोरूम में और अंदर जाते ही मैं आपको बाइक दिखा देता हूँ। बहुत प्यारे लग रहे हैं, मैंने देख लिया है तो आपको भी दिखाता हूँ, क्योंकि एक सेकंड में दिखाता हूँ। पहले बाइक का थोड़ा 360 वॉक अराउंड हो जाए। The unknown, the roads, off-roads, and beyond all await you. Satisfy your restless spirit with this compact single-cylinder sporty machine with KTM's proven performance and attitude. The KTM 390 Adventure has originated from the championship-winning KTM 450 Rally and has adopted concepts such as larger fuel tank and versatile ergonomics that are packed well in a comfortable lightweight chassis for those waiting to fit more adventure into their daily lives. So go adventure with KTM 390. Now let me tell you some of the key highlights of this bike. The engines consist of FI liquid cooled engine. The displacement, rather the engine is of 373cc. It consumes power of 43.5 PS at the rate of 9000 rpm. The torque of this bike is 37 Nm at the rate of 7000 rpm, and the clutch which provides it's the power assisted slipper clutch. The suspension travel of this bike is 170 mm at front by 177 mm at the rear. Coming to the fuel tank capacity of this bike, it is consist of 14.5 liters, which I think would have been a slightly bigger, would have been better, because the bike will only give a mileage around 27 to 28 kilometers in the cities, and just about 30 might be on the highways as per the company said. The weight of this bike is 162 kg in a dry tank, and the dimensions of this bike is 2154 into 900 into 1263, which makes the bike taller, longer and slimmer. And the weight is only around 162 kgs, so you will not have any kind of any issues of toggling and dodging the bike in the cities or in the mountains. So it is going to be very light for any one of us, so the bike can be easily handled. Let me tell you about the four added features in these bikes. Those are motorcycle traction control, the quick shifter plus, the off-road ABS and the cornering ABS. As I am 5 feet 10 as and you can see my both the feet are touching the grounds flat, and the 5'8" above people who don't have any kind of any problem to tackle this bike, but the people who are short more than 5'7", 5'8" will might have some little problems to tackle this bike, but it won't be very difficult as the bike weight is very low as per the bike, only 162 kgs. So I don't think there will be so much issues of the shorter height people to tackle this bike. So another interesting thing that is added to this bike is that the windshield of this bike can be adjustable as per your height, and the Allen key is provided with the toolbox of this bike. So it's a very good intelligent thinking from the KTM, as it will give the riders to be safe from the wind blast in the highways. So this is a very good thinking by the KTM, and this is going to be helpful for the riders, I think. So in India, tourers and adventurers bike market is very low, and there are very few bikes brands only comes in this segment, and also gives so many advanced feature like this motorcycle, like the motorcycle traction control, quick shifter plus, off-road ABS, cornering ABS. Now if I talk about the price of this bike, it is around 3.25 lakhs in Kolkata. And if we talk about the competitors of this bike, is only Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is again much lower in price segment along with the features also. The performance of this bike is very good, as quick shifter in rupees 3.30 lakhs, which is 3.30 lakhs, is a plus point. Now if I talk about the price of this bike is around 3.25 lakhs in Kolkata, and if we talk about the competitors of this bike, there is only Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is much lower in price segment along with the features segment of this bike along with the performance. Quick shifter in 3.30 lakhs, 3.30 lakhs rather, in a bike like this is a plus point, and thumbs up to KTM for this thing. Another bike which comes as its competitor, which is BMW 310 GS. If I talk about its looks, and it's beautifully designed and gives us a adventurous look and feel. In the front you will get a LED health lamp with DRL, which is powerful enough to make you visible in the daylight. In fact, the tail lamp is LED, and also the side indicators are also LED. Headlights are powerful and visible to see the roads. So on the left hand side of the handlebar you will get all the buttons to access the features of the bike, like selecting and enabling or disabling the traction control, the quick shifter, the off-road ABS and the cornering ABS. Yes, these all features are switchable. Instrument console is a TFT screen with the bright lights where you can see all the specs regarding your bikes, like this: the on trip meter, the average mileage is shown, the trip meter is shown, and you can see various things in this instrument control. Let me tell you, this instrument control is very good and gives a lot of informations about the bike. This instrument console can be attached with your phone via Bluetooth, and you just have to download an app named KTM My Ride, which is free for Android users and might be in the paid version for the iOS users. Okay, the suspensions of this bike are very good, and the shock absorbers are perfectly placed in this bike. But in the Indian variant, the shock absorbers are not adjustable. But in the international market, the shock absorbers are adjustable. But frankly, tell you, I don't know for what reason KTM took this decision. But during off-roading, fixing suspension setup is a very vital important role that plays. Though I didn't ride the bike as a test ride option
was yet to be available in Kolkata. So after riding, only I can say that the suspension by default is good enough or not. So you will get a 12-volt socket with this bike to charge your phone on the go, as it's of 12-volt socket, so it will provide fast charging. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of this bike. Now first talk about the advantages of this bike. So the advantages are there have been a lot of additional features in this bike like motorcycle traction control, quick shifter plus, off-road ABS, cornering ABS, and that also in the price segment of 3.30 lakh. Enough power in this bike, as we are all known about the KTM's power, and instrument console is good enough and gives all the necessary information. Comfort is good while sitting, as the shock absorbers are good. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of this bike. Fuel tank needed to be increased, as the mileage is just about 30 kmpl and you have to refuel after every 450 kilometers while you are traveling. Pillion seat is once again a disappointment for KTM, as the pillion seat is narrow and could have been a bit better or could have been a bit wider. Shock absorbers could have been adjustable, as in the international market segment it is adjustable. So height could be a factor for people below 5.6 feet, as this is not a disadvantage we can say, but in adventure tourers bike these are always tall and ground clearance should be high. The side mirrors could have been a bit wider, as it is not long enough or you can say wide enough to see the rear view properly. So I think the side mirrors could have been a bit wider, so the rider could have a proper view of the rear while riding. So I think the side mirrors could have been a bit wider. Now it's the time to hear the exhaust note of KTM Duke 390 Adventure. Let's see how it sounds.
तो दोस्तों, अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू शेयर, लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब माय यूट्यूब चैनल। तो मिलेंगे किसी नेक्स्ट ब्लॉग में। तो बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर।